Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Risto Puhaka, and I'm the chair of Nominations Committee, and I will be the moderator for today's All Candidates meeting. And here's how it's going to work. I'm going to start with the introductions of all the positions and all the candidates. Then each of the candidates will have a very short 1-minute statement. Then we're going to open the floor to questions from the audience. Please use the microphones on either side of the auditorium when you ask your questions. Make your questions quick, short, and ultimately very respectful because we are all part of the same union. Please remember that. So to start off, and after that, we're going to have the closing statements. We don't have a lot of time, so we need to move along very quickly here. For president, there's Giulio Malfatti and Robin Smith. For first vice president are Sandy Bell and Wanda Hollingshead. Second vice president, Michael Belanger, Paula Gaudy-Rose, and Mary Polisel. Treasurer, Janet Brewer and Vera Morano. And bargaining committee members at large, there are 3 to be elected, and this one is Michael Belanger, Sylvia Bosch-Carras, Paula Gaudy-Rose, Tara McMillan-Pinto. In bargaining for long service, 1 to be elected, there are 2 people, Sandra Bell and Debbie Jameson. And without any further ado, for president, Robin Smith will be our first speaker. Robin?
Hi, everyone. I'm a little surprised. I thought we would have this huge turnout today, so I'm a little surprised that we have almost as many people up here as we have in the audience. So for those of you who don't know me, or for those of you who have read my nomination statement, you will understand that for me, the world of labor and YUSA in particular are very important to me. I find my enthusiasm and my joy in the way that people come together in solidarity to support causes that have an impact on our lives. Being second vice president for YUSA over the last 3 years has given me an opportunity to bring many of my personal dreams into my working life. I've worked with wonderful staff and fellow members, and particularly enjoyed my connection with the stewards, particularly this last year. Many people do not have the opportunity to be able to incorporate their core values into their working lives. This is a rare and precious gift. Unfortunately, due to circumstances in my personal life, I felt that I could not commit myself to the work that YUSA full-time officers and executive board members will have to face in 2014. It is a bargaining year, and the negotiations process alone is a daunting task. With 2 new officers and a sister battling an aggressive cancer, I feel that it would be an impossible juggling act, and I am not confident that I would have the support of the executive board. So I have decided to withdraw my nomination for president, which will leave Giulio Malfatti in a position of acclamation. Julie is over there. I know that there will be 2 new officers in place for 2014 and understand that this is not an optimal position for YUSA. I ask that you continue to support the YUSA elected officers, committee members, and stewards in the future. As we all know, processes can be learned, but respectful interaction is truly the key that will determine the success or failure of any organization. I ask that everyone be mindful of this throughout the tough year ahead, and I thank you for the tremendous support you have shown to me. I will always cherish that. Thank you.
I just want to say on behalf of YUSA, I just want to thank Robin for the years of service that she's provided to the union. This is, when she informed me yesterday that she was going to withdraw, I was shell-shocked, and I still am. So, but Robin, from YUSA, our deepest thank you for your efforts, and your influence on this union has been felt and will be felt for a number of years. Thank you again.
Next up for First Vice President is Sandy Bell.
Hi, good afternoon. My name's Sandra Bell, and I'm running for First VP. There's 3 issues coming up in the next year that need to be addressed: bargaining, pension, and pay equity for Unit 2. Pay equity in the past has been my most significant contribution to the YUSA membership. For the next 2 years, we will be involved in identifying those Unit 2 members that are eligible for their back pay back to 1998. And how are we going to make this happen? We need to engage our stewards, we need to engage our membership to ensure that nobody is left behind and everybody gets the money that they are so deserving of. I am already entrenched in this process, and as First VP, I will be able to move it forward seamlessly. But there's also a bigger picture. In addition to jobby and pay equity, the First VP's portfolio also involves attending mediations and arbitrations. The First VP acts as president in the absence of the president. The membership needs to consider who can best represent them in this capacity. I am smart, I am articulate, and I am confident that I can fulfill this role. I ask for your support in my election to First VP. Thank you.
Also for First Vice President is Wanda Hollingshead. Wanda?
Welcome, everyone. As you know, my name is Wanda Hollingshead, and I'm running for First VP. First VP is a very challenging position. As you know, next year is going to be a bargaining year, and bargaining is going to be a huge portion of the year. It is imperative that we have people in place who know the process and are entrenched in doing bargaining. I know bargaining fairly well. I've been doing it for 11 years. I've been on the committee, for 11 years. And I have sat across from the table in 3 separate rounds of bargaining with this employer, so I understand the process. I know that jobby is a big part of the portfolio of the First Vice President as well, and I have been on the rating committee since 2005. So on a regular basis, monthly, I do evaluate jobs. I am a strong advocator for the process, and in the bargaining room, I stand firm with the management side of the table when I feel that a job is being underrated, because they want to lessen what we do here at York University, make us do more work and get paid less for what we do, basically. So I feel that these skills, as well as having sat on the grievance committee and been the chair and sat in exec as well, are all valuable experiences for the position of First VP. Thank you.
Now for Second Vice President, our first speaker will be Michael Belanger.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate you coming, and good afternoon. Yes, I'm running for Second VP. As you know, Second VP has been held by Robin Smith for a number of years and is now a full-time position. That was done through recently through a vote as a full-time position. Through a Constitution and Policy put that forward. I've been the chair of Constitution and Policy. Through Constitution and Policy, we've done a number of things. We've changed our Constitution a number of years ago, something that it took a long time for the Executive Board to think about doing, and me as chair, along with a number of other people on the committee, made sure we got that done. One of the main roles of the Second VP is things external to the university. I have been on the Executive Board of the Confederation of Canadian Unions, actually the longest serving member for 5 years. I just got elected at the end of September, and have been doing things as part of that role somewhat already as on the Executive Board of the CCU. I've been on the Executive Board since 2003, I believe. I've been on the bargaining team for longer than anybody except Julio, I think. The same length of time as Joni. We started in 2002, and I've been on bargaining ever since. Steward, I'm an active steward. I'm a lead steward. I've been doing stewarding for many years, and I think I've hit all the points I wanted to hit. I appreciate you coming. I would appreciate your vote if you could see your way to doing so, and whoever the next person up, go ahead, Risto.
Thank you, Michael. Next up is Paula Donnie-Rose.
Hi, everyone. Glad to see you here. And I trust that everyone has had a chance to read my statement. I probably won't go over the details of that statement because it's already been explained, but I will just say a few words here. But before I begin, I'd just like to say thanks to the individuals who did nominate me for the various positions, and for the many individuals who have since emailed, phoned, stopped me in the hallways. Your vote of confidence is very, very much appreciated, and means a lot more to me than I can ever express. For the past 16 years, I've been actively involved in shaping and influencing the working conditions of our membership, which is multifaceted and a diverse community. I believe that my contributions, experience, skills speak for themselves and are great examples of demonstrated commitment. I would like to continue this work serving the membership in a more focused way through the USAPWI office as a second VP and a member of the bargaining committee. I ask for your continued support during these elections. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. And the third person, second Vice President Mary Colasel.
Sorry, I'm bringing my whole binder up. Hi, my name is Mary Polisel. I'm currently the co-chair with Grievance. I hope that everyone has had a chance to read my statement. It basically speaks to what my core values and my commitment to this membership is all about. It's not basically what I've done, it's what I can hopefully achieve with the two officers elected, well, Julio and the other first VP, to move forward, to engage our membership, because we're lacking that. Anybody that knows me knows how much I advocate for everyone to get involved with the union, not only past members, present, young members that are coming into the bargaining unit. We need that. We need that. We need it. We need it. We have 37 stewards currently. 4 are on leave. 1, we lost a job closure. 2 are full-time officers. That leaves 7 of the current stewards on executive. So we have 24 stewards for a membership of 1,500 Unit 1 and 400 Unit 2, approximately. So I would appreciate your support in order to continue being this membership's voice and to engage our membership. Thank you.
Next up is the position of treasurer, and Janet Brewer.
Hi. I'd like to thank YUSA for the opportunity to speak to you today, and a special thanks for Don Burns and Risto for organizing this forum. I'm interested in the position of treasurer, as I have the necessary financial background from my current YUSA position that I've held since 1988. I've also served as the treasurer for CCU, which is our labor central, I'm in my second term, so just over 2 years. I was reelected in September. I understand that the treasurer is a officer of the union, one of 5 officers, and it's a very important position. And I believe that I've been gearing up for this over the last 30 years, as I started with YUSA in 1983 as a membership officer. I have served YUSA in various capacities, which I outlined in my statement, and I'd be more than happy to continue to do so in the role of treasurer going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. Next up is Vera Morano.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vera Morano, and I've been a proud member of YUSA for about 19 years. Presently, I'm working in the Schulich School of Business, and I'm the financial coordinator where I perform many financial duties in support of the business school. This is my first nomination to a YUSA position, and I'm quite honored to accept this nomination. And I'm actually eager to play a financial role in the union and its objectives and goals. I believe that my knowledge and experience with budgets, financial reports, and financial statements will permit me the ability to provide valuable service to the members and the members' contributions. I hope to be given that opportunity to generate financial reports, and I will do this with skill and enthusiasm. Also, on a volunteer basis, I also have served for the Cancer Societies as a program coordinator, and I also am a bookkeeper for personal companies. So thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Next up is the bargaining committee and the members at large who are soon to be elected. First of our four speakers will be Michael Boulanger.
Since I've already told you much about what my background is, I won't go through that again. But just to let people know, I put my name forward for second VP and for bargaining because the second VP person isn't on the bargaining team necessarily. So because of my bargaining experience and talking to people before the AGM, I thought it was important that we need, especially this year, because it's a critical time for YUSA with so many changes, that we do need experienced people on the bargaining team. Like I've said, I have been on the bargaining team since 2002, longest member on the bargaining team after Giulio Maffatti. I think it's a really critical year for bargaining this year. We have a lot of new members that have put their name forward, which is great. I think it is very good. That we're actually having an election and all the rest, and so that's fantastic. But I do think we do need people who are known to be strong negotiators at the table as well, and that's why I put my name forward for bargaining. If you have any questions, please ask them when the floor gets open. I won't take any more of your time. Thank you for coming.
Hi there, I'm Sylvia Bosch-Karras. I've been with YUSA for over 30 years now, and during that time I've had quite a few roles within YUSA. I've been a steward for the past 10 years, steward coordinator for most of that time. I've also sat on YUSA Executive, been on the Communications Committee, sat on the Grievance Committee. During my time as a steward, I've participated in 707s with members. I've also had an opportunity to shadow at grievances and arbitrations downtown with both Joni and Giulio at the Arbitration Center, seeing how involved that process is. And I just feel that with the experience that I've had with YUSA over the last 30 years, it's given me quite a bit of different knowledge, and I've seen a lot of the different aspects of the union. And I think that's important going forward in this bargaining year, that we do have someone that has a fair bit of experience with the union. And I ask for your support. Thanks.
Okay, so you've read my statement. I'm not participated officially on the bargaining committee, but I have been involved in bargaining as it relates to health and safety, and to be quite frank, it is something to be proud of, because you may not know this, but we have in our collective agreement one of the best health and safety language for Ontario unions, and so that's one of the things, one of my accomplishments. I consider that one of mine and the committee's accomplishments. When you're in front of the employer, you have to be knowledgeable about what you're talking about. That means being knowledgeable about our collective agreement, being knowledgeable about the needs of our membership, and being firm, to be able to stand firm on your values and on the principles on which we are grounded as part of this union. So we need to have strong individuals at the table for the next bargaining round, because you've seen some of the news reports and the ways that some employers are going. And so we need to have a strong front at the next bargaining round. And so I'm asking for your support in that regard. Thanks very much.
Next up is Tara McMillan-Pinto.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to come out and listen to what each and every one of us has to say today. I'm personally running for the bargaining committee because I'm confident that I'm going to bring a fresh perspective and uncompromising dedication to each and every one of our YUSA members. I bring to the table an incisive acumen that will ensure our rights and our benefits are preserved, as well as being enhanced in this coming bargaining year. I've been a part of YUSA Pui for 14 years, and I've watched our union representatives work very hard to ensure that all of us share the unparalleled assets that come from being a component of this union. We have one of the strongest unions in Canada, and that's something to be very proud of. It's my goal to continue to fight the good fight so that we may all reap the rewards for which we all work so hard for. Thank you.
Next up is bargaining committee long service employee. First up is Sandra Bell.
Hi, I've been on the bargaining committee for the last 2 years. Unfortunately, I haven't had the opportunity to sit across from the employer in Unit 1 bargaining, but I have, through the Unit 2 pay equity process, sat across from the table in mediations to negotiate the pay equity agreement, as well as the continuing collective agreement into 2015. I have been working towards the goal of sitting on the bargaining committee. I didn't think this would happen quite this way. I didn't think First VP opportunity would come up as soon as it did, so I am continuing to hedge my bets, if you will, to gain a place as a long service representative on the bargaining committee. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Thanks very much for coming out today. For those of you that don't know me, I've been a member of YUSA for 39 years. I've sat in on many of the ratification meetings to know how valuable the bargaining process is to its members and for the committee is to its members. This year is going to be a crucial year in the bargaining process, which is why I have decided I want to have an active role in negotiating the best possible contract for every YUSA member. Although it's my first attempt to run for this position, I feel that I'm fully capable of doing an excellent job in representing every YUSA member at the bargaining table. Thank you very much, and I look forward to your support.
Now comes the best part of our meeting, a chance for you to ask questions. If you feel you want to ask a question, please use one of the two microphones on either side of the auditorium, and please let us know who you are. And finally, be respectful and make sure your questions are short. We only have about 15 minutes for questions and answers. So who would like to go first?
Hello, I'm Zarifa Moses. My question is, a concern. I look at the presidency for Julio and Robin, and as long as I've been in the union, you guys have always been working with our union, and I'm quite satisfied with that. However, I don't see an alternative, so it seems like it's president or there's no working in the union, right? And I just wanted to know if there was an option that, you know, we can see both of them working, continuing to work, you know, like it's president, and I don't see your names for any other roles. Slightly concerned? Did I miss I missed the beginning. Go ahead. Can I get a highlight?
Robin has withdrawn her nomination, so Julie was participating in other positions.
Okay, I'm satisfied. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Selena Spencer. This is more of a general question. I know a lot of you have mentioned that this is a new bargaining year, and it's more about when an actual, the surveys and things like that will be coming out. Once we do this election and we have everyone in place, and the reason why I asked that question is that I had a question in 2011 that I asked in regards to our pay periods, and I know that there was a survey done previous years, about maybe over a decade ago, with regards to possibly having our pay periods change from monthly to bi-weekly or twice a month. So will a survey like that be coming out anytime soon so that we can actually incorporate that in our bargaining that's coming up?
I can answer that because I've been dealing with putting the survey together. We're doing an electronic survey this year. It's actually already in the place of our, in the hands of our media person. So all we really need is the go-ahead, and I think we were just waiting for the elections to be over with, so people wouldn't be bombarded with e-voting for pensions and for these elections, and then we would put the survey out. The question about pay periods has been one that has come up a number of times, and I think you will have an opportunity. But for the first time in our history, it's going to be an electronic survey, so we'll be able to tabulate the results quickly. And does that answer your question, or do you want to hear?
So I just want to confirm, so that topic
Yeah, so it hasn't happened yet, but it will be
in
happening probably, I'm looking at Julie over there, but probably immediately following the elections. It's all done. The survey's done, prepared, and in the hands of our media person. So all we have to do is launch it, and then you'll be able to respond, and then it'll be compiled. And I know Dawn's been working on it, dealing with the processes of the Survey Monkey. So it's well on its way. So you will have that voice very soon.
Okay, so there is a section in that survey that will be talking about that?
Well, there's a comment section, and you can add any, have a discussion about anything that is of concern to you.
Okay, so there's no possibility of incorporating that in the survey at this time?
Well, I think the survey has an opportunity, there's an opportunity to raise any concerns that you have. So that's what the survey is all about.
Okay.
Concerns. Oh, sorry. Thank you. For you to indicate issues that you believe are concerns, not just for yourself, but for the general membership. And then once all of those have been received, they'll be tabulated, reviewed, and then the bargaining committee will take that.
I think what I'm trying to understand is the fact that if it's just coming in the comment section, how will we get an opportunity to know? Like, if I'm the only one bringing up that topic, how is that going to get across to the rest of the university for them to actually make a decision on to vote on a survey about that?
Well, historically, we've had bargaining forums where membership has had an opportunity to raise concerns and discuss issues. So that will still, I believe that is still in place, right? Those are still things that we will be looking at But again, just as Robin said, we don't want to have too many things, throwing too many things at you all at once. So the survey will come out probably a little bit later on, if not at the end of this year, I would imagine early next year, right? It will be, okay.
Okay. I don't know if I don't want to be repeating, but like again, my bigger concern is the fact that I understand we'll have a discussion about it, but will we be able to like vote on that topic? If I put that in the comment section and say, this is the comment that I want to make, it has to do with the pay periods, is there any opportunity for us to change this? Will that then come back out to the rest of the university to vote on that, to say that they also are willing to do this or, would like this to see this can be negotiated? That's more what I'm wondering.
Sorry. Yeah, and it's all of the university has the same pay periods. It's not just YUSA, so it affects the entire university.
Right.
It's also, what you get now as a pay wouldn't be divided equally into 2 payments because there's 52 weeks in a year, so it actually changes your pay, and you get less than what you would think you would get if it was bi-weekly. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I
So
do.
if you got your pay every 2 weeks, it wouldn't be the exact same amount that you're dividing into 2 and getting that money. It actually works out to be less on a pay per pay basis because there's 26 pay periods versus 12, right? So you would think you would get 24 pay periods, but you actually would have 26.
Okay.
How it works.
Right.
You're not getting asked how it works. You're asking is how we can get the question out to the membership about a biweekly or a bi-monthly pay period. The bargaining survey doesn't ask pointed specific questions, but if there are enough members that put that on the survey where it indicates that it's a big concern, then the bargaining committee will act on it.
Okay. That's
Okay. Mike?
For people who don't know, this is a historical question. It's come back time and again. It's a good question, for sure. The thing is, we did have a vote on bi-monthly pay 10 years ago, and the vote got defeated. It doesn't mean that we can't have another vote. Also, just because it's not a specific question on the questionnaire that's going to go, the electronic questionnaire that's going to go out, there is a comment section, plus we always have open forums when we have bargaining years. And if many people are interested in biweekly pay, we can discuss at the open forum, and then that will go to the bargaining committee as well. The bargaining committee is open to what the members want and always has been, and continue, as far as I'm concerned, always will be, right? It is member driven. So you have a number of opportunities to bring that forward. And at those times, and I don't think now is the appropriate time, at those times we can talk about what happened 10 years ago and maybe why it did or didn't pass. Anyone else?
Are there any other speakers or any other questions? Don't be shy. Now's your chance.
Hey guys, Bruno here. Just to confirm, I think I know the answer, and just so everybody at membership at large knows as well, and those that are viewing, for the bargaining committee, the president and the first VP are automatically on the committee, correct? And the second VP is not. Well, like if they hold 2 positions. Right. So that's why I was just like alluding to Sandy's comment about kind of hedging your bets. So I just wanted to confirm that the president and the first VP are automatically.
Yes.
But the second VP not necessarily.
With the second VP now being a full-time elected officer, the employer can't stop us from bringing the second VP into the bargaining room if we want to. Okay. The only issue with before the second VP was an elected officer was a release time. But that's not an issue any longer. So if YUSA wants to bring the second VP into the bargaining unit, into the bargaining committee, into meetings, the employer can't stop us.
So sorry, Julie, just to add on that. So it's possible that the bargaining committee may have an additional member in the second VP. If the second VP person is not part
If
of,
exec wants to
If-
move
and
in
it's-
that way, or they want one of the elected officers to stay back in the union office while the rest of the bargaining committee bargains and switches over, that's up to the new exec to
the
decide
new
how
executive
that's going to go.
to decide. Okay.
Well, yeah, the Constitution states that the second VP is not in, but then that change should have been made when
We voted
I
in.
mean, it should be a change in the Constitution coming up to reflect the fact that the second VP is now a full-time elected officer.
Right. Okay, thanks.
Last call for questions. I don't see any hands shooting up. Okay, that concludes our question period. Now we will have the concluding statements by all of our candidates, starting with First Vice President candidate Sandy Bell.
Okay, for my closing remarks, I would like to express gratitude. I would like to express gratitude to Louisa Robinson for nominating me, and everyone else who has expressed their confidence in my abilities and encouraged me to run. To all of you, a heartfelt thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Next up is Wanda Hollingshead.
In my honest opinion, I feel that being first VP is going to be a difficult job. The best way to prepare for that job is to have experience in several areas of union work. Over the past 10 to 15 years, I have gained lots of knowledge in several different areas within the union, from being on bargaining, being a rater, being on grievance committee and being the chair of that, and sitting on exec over the years as well. I'm looking to be the first VP, and I would love to have your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Wanda. For second vice president, our first speaker will be Michael Belanger.
Again, thank everybody for coming. I won't rehash what I've already done. I would like to thank Jane Grant for nominating me. She's on vacation right now in Florida. Lucky Jane. I wish I was there. Maybe no. I think in 2014, what are YUSA's critical objectives? I think there are a number of them. The things that come to my mind certainly are bargaining in 2014, our ongoing pension issues. Those are certainly two things that I have a great deal of experience with. I'm very knowledgeable about the pension. I'm very equipped to be on the bargaining team. Also, I think what we need is people to step forward who have shown a commitment to YUSA over the years. People who have shown their skills and their abilities. I think I've tried to do that. I think I've done a pretty good job at that. I would appreciate your vote for second VP. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Michael. Next up is Paula Gowdy-Rose.
Hi again, everyone. You're doing the walk this morning. Well, I think you've heard enough from most of us anyway about our experiences and what we hope to offer and provide for you guys for the next coming year. It is now your job to consider everything that you've heard and to choose the individuals who will work for the best interest of our membership. I certainly hope that I will be one of them, but I thank you so much for your support, for past support, and hopefully for your continuing support. Take care.
Thank you, Paula. Next is Mary Polisel.
I'd like to thank Mary Santoli for my nomination as second VP. Again, I can't stress enough in the engagement of this membership. We need more people. Basically, we all know the history of YUSA. It was founded in 1975. A year later, we had our first contract. And fortunately or unfortunately, the business is still the same. We still battle attendance. We still battle accommodation. We still battle job closures. It's just more of it. So I thank you and would like your support.
Thank you, Mary. Next, for the position of treasurer, first speaker is Janet Brewer.
Hi. I'd just like to thank everybody for the opportunity and also to thank the members that have participated in this forum today. I'm very proud to be a YUSA member for the last 33 years and to be a part of the community that has worked hard at serving our membership. I hope everybody exercises the right to vote. And if I'm elected, I just want to say I'll work hard on behalf of the membership to make positive changes and contribute to our proud democratic union. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. Next is Vera Morano.
Well, in closing, I would like to thank Sharon Chisholm for nominating me for this very important position and for her confidence in me. And I would like to thank you all for the opportunity to run for treasurer for YUSA. And in addition to my many years of financial work and financial reports, I realize that I'm the new kid on the block, and I think though this can be an asset to the association, in exchange for your confidence, support, and your vote, I promise that I will generate a valuable service in organizing and producing financial budgets and reports. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Vera. Next up in the bargaining committee for members at large will be Mike Belanger.
I'll make this pretty short. Thanks for coming. I have been in the bargaining team just about as long as anyone here, except for my good friend Julio. I think bargaining is a very important thing for YUSA. It is every time we have Unit 1 negotiations going on. It affects us every day with the money that we can take home, with what's in the collective agreement that we all hold so dear. We know that the economy these days isn't the greatest, and we know what York University will bring and won't bring to the table. And I think we need to, in 2014, be strong like we have in previous years, fight for what we have, and whoever's on the bargaining team, support them fully. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Next is Sylvia Bosch-Carras.
I just wanted to thank everyone for coming out today. It's great to see people here actually participating. I do want to just say that I would also like to thank Mary for nominating me for bargaining for this year. And I would just like to say that I think it's an important year. Obviously, we are negotiating with the university. What we've seen the last few bargaining times with management is that they are trying, obviously, to erode the contract that we have. And I think the biggest struggle is going to be keeping everything that we have, because we do have a lot of benefits. And yeah, it's going to be, I think, an interesting year. But thanks for coming out, and I ask for your support. Thanks.
Thank you, Sylvia. Next is Paula Gotti-Rose.
Well, what can I say at this point? Just thank you very much for coming out, and I'm thankful for all the support I've had over the years, and I hope you'll continue to support me in this quest. Thanks.
Thank you, Paula. Tara McMillan-Pinto.
So running for bargaining committee, I truly believe that my character and skills would be an invaluable asset to the bargaining committee this year. You know, that little yellow book is the glue that binds us all together as union members. It's something that I'm very passionate about. It's something that I feel very strongly about. And anyone who knows me knows that I am a fighter, and I fight hard for what I believe in, and I believe in all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Tara. Bargaining and long service. First up is Sandra Bell.
At the risk of repeating myself, again, I'd like to say thank you. I'd just like to further comment in my statement. I did mention that I am committed to this membership, and through bargaining and my first VP position, that I will continue to support this membership to the best of my ability. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. Our next speaker is Debbie Jameson.
I've heard it many times, but thanks again, everyone, for coming today. After hearing everybody's comments and statements about how important the bargaining process is here at York, and especially this year in particular, it just reinforces all the more that we need to be together on this, and for that reason, I strongly really feel that I would like to be a part of this bargaining committee and do the best thing for every YUSA member, regardless of what band level you are. Everyone needs to be treated respectfully and fairly. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Debbie. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our all candidates meeting. And don't forget, you can vote on Friday. E-voting starts on Friday the 15th until the 20th, which is Wednesday. So don't forget to vote. And we'll see you next time.